Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are looking at how an eBay store actually scales. We're talking about that critical, sometimes painful transition where selling goes from just being a casual hobby to a massive, high-volume operation. We're going to unpack exactly how top sellers are using the best bulk listing tools of 2026 to completely automate their workflows.
So, let's start off with a hard truth. Is manual listing literally killing your eBay store's growth? I mean, it's a real question. Manual data entry is a massive pain point. When you rely on humans to constantly update spreadsheets, well, it inevitably leads to typos, sudden stockouts, canceled orders, and those absolutely dreaded account defects. If you're trying to scale, the manual work itself becomes your biggest obstacle.
All right, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll quickly hit on the manual listing bottleneck, look at who needs automation, compare native versus third-party tools, cover the core features for scaling, check out the top listing tools in 2026, and finally, look at the strategy for scaling your store.
So, Section 1. The manual listing bottleneck, the ultimate obstacle to growth.
It really all comes down to this one reality from our source material. Listing one product on eBay is simple. Listing 500 is a different reality entirely. Anyone who has tried to grow an eBay catalog past, a few dozen items knows exactly what this feels like. It is a total grind.
Think about it. You copy a title from your supplier,
you carefully paste the description,
You download, format, and then upload all the images. You fill in the specifics, you set the price, and then you repeat it again hundreds of times. Not only does this literally consume hours of your life, but at scale, inevitable human errors turn into major problems. I mean, a single typo in a price means you sell at a loss. A missed item specific? Boom. eBay's Cassini search engine suppresses your visibility. No way around it.
Moving into Section 2, who actually needs listing automation? We're shifting from just selling to running a real operation.
Basically, there are three specific seller profiles who depend on these tools the most. First up, dropshipping sellers. Relying entirely on third-party suppliers creates massive operational challenges. If a supplier suddenly changes a price, a margin that was totally healthy in the morning becomes a loss-making liability by the afternoon. Second, high-volume retail arbitragers. Their entire edge depends on speed, turning a massive sourcing run into live listings instantly. And third, wholesale merchants, moving large quantities, who need to keep hundreds of SKUs perfectly accurate without, hiring a giant data entry team.
Section 3. Native versus third-party tools. This is all about choosing the right tool for the job.
Notice the huge architectural difference here. Yes, eBay actually does provide native bulk capabilities for free through Seller Hub reports, but it's static. It's totally file-based. You upload a spreadsheet and changes apply exactly once. It is completely blind to what your external supplier is doing right now. Third-party software, on the other hand, is dynamic. It continuously monitors your external supplier, syncing stock and repricing automatically in real time. For dynamic models like dropshipping, third-party automation isn't just a nice-to-have luxury, it's practically mandatory.
Okay, Section 4. Core features for scaling. What exactly should you be looking for?
Because, look, not every tool is built the same. A professional platform absolutely must have automated SKU import, which pulls titles, images, and specifics instantly. Then, you really need real-time price tracking. This protects your margins by automatically adjusting your eBay price the very second your supplier's cost goes up. You also need variation management to keep complex items from turning into a mess. And finally, auto-fulfillment. This is a game changer. When a buyer makes a purchase, the software should automatically place the order with your supplier and upload the tracking.
Which brings us to Section 5, the top listing tools, the best of 2026.
Now, these platforms are evaluated based on a very specific criterion from the source guide, their level of back-end automation. And you can see this really steep drop-off. You have platforms like CrazyLister that are fantastic for drag-and-drop template design, but they have pretty low back-end automation. Then you have 3Sellers, which is a great, established suite with medium automation, awesome for customer management, but maybe not so much for supplier syncing. And then at the top end, you have high automation tools built to handle the entire operational back-end.
Taking the absolute #1 spot is Easync.io. It claims this top ranking specifically because it offers full-stack, end-to-end dropshipping capabilities.
What makes Easync really stand out is that it handles the full lifecycle. It's got instant bulk generation via a Chrome extension and 24/7 multi-supplier repricing. But the biggest takeaway here is its real-time inventory protection. If your supplier runs out of stock, Easync instantly forces your eBay listing quantity to 0 rather than delisting the item entirely. This prevents those catastrophic cancellations that absolutely ruin your account health. Now, it is worth noting a con. Because it's built for heavy, high-volume automation, it is complete overkill for just a casual seller.
And coming in right behind at number 2, we have AutoDS.
AutoDS is positioned as a highly popular entry point. It has a super beginner-friendly interface and actually bakes product research directly into the dashboard, which is neat. The trade-off is that as you scale, premium fulfillment costs can climb pretty quickly compared to competitors. Oh, and here is a surprising, high-stakes fact for any veteran sellers listening. InkFrog, which was a massive player in the listing space for years, officially shut down as of June 1st, 2026. So if you are relying on it, migrating to a dynamic platform is literally critical right now.
Finally, Section 6. Scaling your eBay store. Let's look at the overarching strategy here.
The ultimate goal here, the whole reason you'd even adopt these tools, is to achieve end-to-end automation. This means the software handles the entire operational backend, from generating the listing, to real-time repricing, to placing the order, all the way to uploading the tracking. By adopting this, you are effectively removing the manual ceiling on your growth. You are protecting your account health, and you are literally buying back your time so you can focus on actual business strategy instead of just repetitive keystrokes.
So I want to leave you with this final, kind of provocative thought. Take a hard look at your own operations. If your software isn't doing the heavy lifting, are you actually running an e-commerce business? Or did you just create a low-paying data entry job for yourself? It's a really critical question for anyone looking to scale in 2026. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps you audit your workflow and push your store to the very next level.